Austin. Ow! I don't think you are ready. Come out yet. Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe, and I'm so happy you're here. Today, we are going to do a Q&A. I'm going to do a full get ready with me too, makeup specifically, since my hair is done. Andrew and I are going on a date night tonight, and we haven't gone out together in a little while without kids. Yeah, let's get ready to go out on a date, because why not? Yesterday, I was kind of having a down day, so I went to Instagram, and I figured I'd just do a little Q&A, and I got hundreds of questions. I don't think I've ever had that many questions in a Q&A before. Usually I get like 50, maybe 70. I think I got probably 200 or more. So I figured I would do a little get ready with me. A lot of my followers have been asking for an updated makeup routine, and I just actually went to Winners and got a few new things to try. So why not do it now? So I'll also do, hold on. I can also do like a little mini Winners haul too, because I found a couple of cool things. I got these platform Crocs. How freaking amazing are these? I'm so excited. And I got some cute little like gibbets that I think that's what they're called, Croc gibbets. You can like stick in them. I'm so excited. And I ordered a pink pair of just like traditional Crocs off of Poshmark. So hopefully those come soon too. They were brand new and super cheap. This wallet, I saw this wallet. I have this wallet already in yellow. I have this wallet already in yellow. That's like a tongue twister. But I saw it in green, this green, there was an army green, and then there was like a forest green, and I didn't buy it. And that was last year, and I regretted it. So I went there today and I saw it, and I'm just like, give it. I'm not letting it go this time. And it was $24. Not bad. Oh, and the Crocs were, how much were the Crocs? For $39.99. I'm pretty sure Crocs go for more than that new, like 50, 60. It says compare at 50, but with shipping and stuff, it's more than that usually. Also, for makeup, I have a lot of like different shades of makeup, I would say right now. I don't have my shade, like my exact shade, so I've been mixing my foundations. So I figured I'd pick up this foundation. I've used this foundation before, I like it. It's e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I've used it before. I don't remember what my shade is, so I got this shade with hopes that it might work for me. So we're gonna use that today. And then I picked up a new blush palette, and by the looks of things, it might have contour and highlight as well. It's called Rude Courageous Blush Palette. I've never heard of it, so let's hope it's good. Okay, let's do some makeup. I got everything lined up here, and I'm gonna show the products as I use them. The new products that we're using today are the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and then the Rude Blush Palette. But I also, this is a newer product I'm using too, is the Makeup Freckle Stand. I'll show you all about that too. I'm obsessed with it, thanks to my friend Sarah. We're gonna hydrate first with some lip balm, moisturizer. Oh, I guess I should get a question first. Like they're never ending. What's your favorite self-care? My favorite self-care, probably, I know this might seem really random, but alone time. Like having time to myself where I don't have like work to do. I can make like a hot cup of tea and I can kind of be with myself and my thoughts, which used to scare me, but it doesn't scare me anymore. I also really enjoy like shopping, like thrifting, bargain hunting. By the way, I'm using the Idlewise Smoothing Day Cream from The Body Shop for foundation, for skin prep. I'm also not going to be using a primer, simply because I have yet to find a primer I actually enjoy. And they're expensive. Like, it's expensive for something that you don't necessarily need. You should try to make playlists on here to share. I can tell by what you pick, you like music. I do like music. I actually have a Spotify playlist. I haven't updated it in a while, but it does have a lot of like my favorite songs that I listen to over and over again. And it's linked, I believe, in my bio on all my socials. So it's, or you can search Love Zoe Potter on Spotify. I think it comes up. Are you 100% confident all the time, or do you have those low moments? How do you recover? I do have low moments. Lately, more frequently than I'd like to admit. It's hard. It's part of life. Confidence, just like everything else in the world, ebbs and flows, and I have good days and I have bad days. On my bad days, I let myself feel it. There's no shame in having a bad body day, a bad self-image day, not liking what you see when you look in the mirror. And then I just remind myself that it's a bad day, not a bad life. And I do a lot of things for me on that day. So I take care of myself. Maybe I do a little more self-care, listening to music, and maybe I'll do my makeup. Maybe I'll put on a fresh outfit. A good way to kind of keep myself moving forward when I'm feeling that way as well. What's your sign? I'm Leo. I'm a Leo. So I had someone help me on Instagram with like my moon, rising, house setting, next door neighbor, backwards. I don't know. I don't know what all those are. I still don't quite know. Maybe one day I'll officially figure it out. Suggestions on where to get plus-sized bridesmaids dresses that don't break the bank. Whew, okay, so let's answer that in depth and do some makeup. So we're gonna do this e.l.f. Flawless Satin. I got the shade Alabaster. I'm not like overly hopeful with this shade choice. They didn't have a lot of shade options at Winners, but I do have backup colors if I need them. I have a feeling this might be too light for me. Oh, it's a little light, but it's not bad. Actually, oh, that's almost bang on. Wow. Wowzas. Look at that. You go, Glen Coco. It was the only shade that wasn't like a darker skin tone, so I just kind of grabbed it and hoped for the best. I don't think I've ever had such a good shade match. All right, let's talk about bridesmaids dresses. I haven't been a bridesmaid too many times. I've been a bridesmaid twice. And then I obviously had some plus size bridesmaids in my wedding party as well when I got married. I think I used the site ModCloth back in the day, and I'm pretty sure that my other friend who got married, that I was her maid of honor, we used ModCloth as well. I'm not sure, it's been a long time since I've shopped on there. They had a very good like size range from what I can remember. So definitely check out ModCloth. More recently, back in September, I was a bridesmaid for my friend's wedding, and myself and then her sister are plus size, and we used a site called Azazi, I believe it is, and you can't go in and try it on, but it's fairly inexpensive and they have a ton of options, and plus you can get anywhere from like a size 0 to a size 30, I think. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, and it's just like, it was super easy. We ended up, I think the majority of us ended up having to get our dresses altered anyway. But it was so inexpensive, and the dress was actually really nice quality. So I would definitely recommend looking at Azazi. Loving this foundation. I forgot how good it is. Also, not to mention, I can't get over this shade. This shade is like, holy guacamole, bang on. Wanna come and hang out in the desert for a baby shower? Oh my gosh, that sounds lovely. Where do I sign up? Big hug from NYC. Oh, you're so sweet. What would be your last meal? Oh God, I don't know. That's tough. Maybe lobster, maybe sushi. Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of favorite meals, but I feel like it would just depend on how I'm feeling at the time. Probably like lobster tails or sushi or something like that. Have you tried Coke Zero? I have. I've tried like Coke Zero. I've tried Diet Pepsi. I've tried, do they have Pepsi Zero? If they have, I've probably tried it. The thing with Coke Zero is Coke Zero tastes like Coke, just with no calories. And I don't like the flavor of Coke. Speaking of which, crispy Diet Coke. The flavor of Coke is too much for me. It's too sweet. It's honestly, I just find it syrupy. It's not my favorites. Yeah, I just really enjoy the flavor of Diet Coke. Yeah, that's why I prefer that. Why did I stop using this foundation? I honestly think it just doesn't come with much, so it ran out really quick. But for $4, oh. Your energy has helped me so much to change my attitude for myself towards everyone for the better. Thank you for existing. You deserve the world. You guys, you can't make me cry when I'm doing my makeup. It's gonna look horrible. Canada food and snacks. I'm from Europe. Half of what you eat. I have no clue what you eat. I know, honestly, and it's the same thing. Like, I have some followers who are in like England and Australia. Most of my followers are in Canada and the United States, so it's pretty familiar, but not always. Do you exercise? What kind, if you do? Okay, so let's tackle that one while we get our concealer. So for exercising, I don't do like a ton of like straight up exercises. However, I do really love walking, and I do a lot of like outdoor walking, hikes and stuff like that with my family and with my dog. Something I do want to do more of this year if I can, and I'm going to try and actually like make time for it, is yoga. I want to get back into like mindful movement, and mindful like meditation, I guess. I don't know, that my therapist said I should probably look into doing some like meditation of some kind. So I think that mixed with yoga would be really like helpful for me for my anxiety and depression. I believe her handle is Nourished Natasha. Her and I are mutuals on social media, and she has like plus size friendly a yoga channel on YouTube. So I'm going to probably start using her channel specifically to help me get started. And I've heard really good things, and she's just lovely. Like, overall, just a lovely person. Also, I forgot to tell you, I'm wearing the Infallible L'Oreal 24-hour full wear concealer. Forgot to mention what I was using. And then I'm just kind of using it as a base for my eyeshadow, which I'm not going to do anything crazy with eyeshadow. I don't even think I brought an eyeshadow palette down, to be honest. So this is going to be a very like subtle look. I think the reason why I don't want to do a ton of eyeshadow is just because my lash extensions. I'm trying to like make them last as long as I can until I get them filled next week. And the more product you wear around them, the worse it gets. So here we go. Any more planned tattoos? Ooh, let's talk about that one. If you know me, you know I love tattoos. Oh no, I don't have my setting powder. Where's my setting powder? Here's my setting powder. I'm losing my mind. Okay, this is the Revolution transparent powder. Honestly, I'm not picky when it comes to my powders. I don't find like there's a ton of difference when I use certain ones versus others. So until I run out of that, I probably won't buy another one. My mom and I just went and got matching tattoos in October on Halloween because we're adorable. That was my last tattoo, and I do have a couple ideas coming up. This was our matching tattoo that we got in October. So what I would like to get is some like smaller, like not very detailed but kind of detailed tattoos. I'm gonna get a little, so I have my strawberries here, and then I'm gonna get like a little butterfly here kind of on my wrist and hand, from Animal Crossing, the paper kite butterfly, just the outline of it, so black and white I guess. And then I'm gonna get Bo Burnham lyrics tattooed on me because honestly his album Inside has been like therapy for me for many months, if not like a full year. So I'm gonna get It's Almost Over, It's Just Begun tattooed on me. So it's almost over, it's just begun on my arms. I think I've seen some people on TikTok do it, and honestly I'm jumping on that bandwagon. It is a wonderful bandwagon to be on. And then I think I want to get like a little red outline of a heart on this arm, just like a little mini heart to go with the red on the strawberries on this side. That's all I have planned so far, but I also, there's a tattoo artist. I think she's like, she's northern from like where I am, but she's guest spotting in Guelph, which is closer to me, in the spring. And I told her to fit me in because I love her work, and I'm gonna do something. I don't know what, nothing huge because it's only one day that she's gonna be in this area. But I love her work. It's Honeybee Tattoos. I can't wait. Probably April, I think she said. Anyways, I'm very excited for that. Okay, let's open this blush palette and see what we got. Like, see if we can do some like, some contour, maybe some eye That's what I usually do when I'm not wearing like eye products specifically, is I'll just put like a little bit of like bronzer and like highlight on my eyes and then call it a day. Full gripping this. Ah! Ooh, it's a cute box. I was kind of hoping it'd be pink, but that's okay. Ooh, okay, I've never heard of this brand before. It could be trash. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm not too sure about this highlight maybe. It looks flaky, but I do think that we have a good contour shade on there, and then I also think that we have decent blush shades. I like this shade, I don't like. These shades look almost identical, and I'm really not sure about that. It has a nice mirror though. What did you do before content creating and social media? / what's my go-to from Starbucks? Because I'm gonna do 2. What I did for work before, I've talked about this before a few times, but I'll talk about it again. I did a few different things. I mean, I was a stay-at-home mom who also had a part-time business from home doing lashes, like eyelash extensions, before COVID hit. And then obviously COVID hit, and then I had to like kind of reevaluate things because my business was shut down. So essentially I was just working from home, and then like one day I just wasn't anymore. Before that, I worked in a car dealership. I did like business development. So I did a lot of like lease and finance retention and like customer care and stuff like that, kind of behind the scenes. And then also like, you know, when you go onto a website and then you like look at their inventory on a dealership's website, and like you're inquiring about the cars and stuff, that was me on the other end, like talking to you. It was a good job. I loved it actually. I loved doing that. I did it for a very long time. The dealership that I was with was family owned. Hard to find a good car dealership like that. And then things just kind of changed, and I was ready for a change, and they sold the dealership, and I didn't stick around much longer after that. So, and then I've also done retail. Like I did the Body Shop for a while. I was a manager for the Body Shop, which I love the Body Shop. I still do. Good company too. I'm gonna do this blush. Wow. Ooh, I like. Okay, I'm mixing these 2 shades together, and then this contour is really nice too. I think it might be a little bit too much, but I'll like soften it up a little bit. So yeah, I loved working at the Body Shop. I was assistant manager and store manager while I was there, and honestly just loved it. So fun. What else have I done? That's like all of my big girl jobs, like all of my adult jobs. And now I do content creation, and I love, this is it. This is what I was meant to do. I just know it and I enjoy it. I'm also gonna use some of this brown for my eyeballs. Okay, let's talk about Starbucks while I'm doing this. What's my go-to at Starbucks? So I really enjoy like a chai tea latte or London Fog. I also really like their chai frap. And pretty much any of their frappuccinos are really good. If you're looking for something like unique, a chocolate covered strawberry drink is really good. So you get like a pink drink, and then you get it topped with cold foam, vanilla cold foam with a shot of mocha in it. It's so delicious. That's one of my favorite drinks too to have in the summertime. I like their tea refreshers too, their passion fruit ones. And if we're talking like food, I love their egg bites. They're like roasted red pepper and egg white egg bites are delicious. Like I could eat those every day. They're so expensive though, but they're really good. Should I try this highlighter? I'm like nervous. Should I swatch it first? Maybe I'll swatch it. Oh, it's not as, the way that it looks, I'll show you. The way that it looks, it honestly looks flaky, like it wouldn't, like almost like a gel, but it's not. Oh, it's actually super pretty. It's very sheer. First of all, let's use that as like a lid topper on my eyelids, because why the heck not? It's so pretty. and glittery. Oh my God, look at how pretty that is. I'm pleasantly surprised by this little $8 palette. Wowzas. I'm going to do some of my Revlon skin lights for highlight, and then I'm gonna use this like glittery one on top. And let's find another question whilst I do that. Favorite lip stain? I haven't used a lip stain in a very long time, so I don't have any recommendations. If you do, she says I have dry lips and they flake off. I would actually recommend looking into like a lip scrub then. That might help with your dry lips. So lip scrub and then nourishing them afterwards. I know you're Canadian, but whereabouts do you live? So it's Southern Ontario. I'm in Southern Ontario, kind of close to Kitchener, Waterloo / London. Have you always been so funny? We call that trauma. I don't know that I'm like hilarious. I don't think that I'm not funny. I just think that I have a lot of like trauma and it comes out in humor. As I just use humor as a coping mechanism. How is your week and how is your husband doing? Good. Our week is going okay. We've had like a little bit of chaos happening in our family the past little bit, and honestly, without Andrew, I would be, I don't even know. I would be out floating in the ocean somewhere crying myself to sleep every night. Like, I can't even express to you the stress that we've been through the past little bit. So yeah, Andrew's been a lifesaver. I think I'm gonna use this little mirror. Yes. Andrew's doing good too. He's having a lot of like stress at work as well right now. So between the two of us, we are just a ball of stress. But we got each other and that is helping. Oh no, I don't have any. Oh, I do. I overreacted. So do you dread warmer weather because you got to wear more revealing clothing? I do. And then we're going to talk about your fave cuisine type. So I actually used to be the person who was wearing full on like sweaters and jeans in like 40-degree weather. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was the teenager who never showed my arms. There was just so many factors because I was bigger and like I've always been bigger that I was just so scared of like showing myself. Anyway, so I think because of that and because I've experienced it, I have so much sympathy for anyone who is a little bit insecure about what they look like or what they're wearing come warmer weather. I stopped caring about what people thought of me and more so was focused on how things make me feel. So obviously there will be items that I don't wear, not so much because like I find that they're not flattering or like I'm scared of what people think, but just physically it doesn't feel good. Like my thighs will rub together, or it like rides up weird, or it sits awkwardly. That's the only rules of clothing that I have for my own body. If it's hot, I am going to dress as lightly as humanly possible. I live in dresses in the summer. I live in skirts. I live in crop tops. I will do strapless. I'll do it all because I know how uncomfortable it is to be in a bigger body and to be hot and to be uncomfortable and to be sweating and to get heat rash, all because you're scared of what other people will think of what you look like. So I encourage you, if you are the type of person who doesn't wear like weather appropriate clothing and because of your insecurities, to try it out this year. Even just around your house, try in your backyard. That's how I started. I literally would wear a bikini in my pool in my backyard, like in secret with just my family. And then now I'll go to the beach, no problem, or a public pool in a bikini, and I rock it because fake it till you make it. Plus you're worthy of comfort. So I'm just using the NYX brow gel right now, the Thicket Sticket. This is it here. I really like this. This has like been my go-to brow product for almost a year now. I also have had my eyebrows microbladed before, so that gives me a little bit of an outline, and then I just use this to kind of like give myself a little more structure to my brows. Okay, what's my favorite cuisine type? I really like all types of Asian food. I love sushi, I love like dim sum, I love Like literally name it, I love it. It's my favorite. I obviously haven't tried everything, and obviously there's gonna be things that I won't love, but everything that I have tried, I enjoy. Yeah, I really wanna travel. I wanna be able to go to like Japan and to all these places and try the food in real time. I think that would be like amazing. I'm getting really hungry. Really wanting a tattoo would be my first. Any tips? I'm not good with pain. It does hurt. Certain areas of your body hurt more than others. I will say that. So maybe do some research and find an area on your body that maybe won't hurt as much for your first tattoo. That's probably a good tip that I would use. I love Bo Burnham, but what were you listening to of his that made you cry? Literally the entire Inside album makes me cry. Maybe not the entire Inside, like Welcome to the Internet doesn't make me cry. Yeah, like the entire album. Literally, I bawl. Like, am I the only one that bawls listening to that album? Maybe. Do some cooking videos. I hate cooking videos. I hate making cooking videos. I don't hate it. I shouldn't say that. I just feel like I am the most chaotic person when it comes to cooking. And whenever I do cooking, it's just chaos. 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 But I do still do them, and I will still do them. It's just I can't do them every day. I wish I could. Your favorite 90s song? I don't think I have a favorite. I love the Spice Girls. That's very nostalgic for me. Closing Time is a good one. She's So High. Oh god, there's so many good ones. Flagpole Sitta. Where do you get your favorite bra and undies from? I have a few different places that I love to shop for bra and undies. Recently I tried Parade and I worked with them. I love their products so much, and I'm not just saying that because I worked with them. They're so soft, they're so strong, and they fit true to size. I got myself like a 3X in most of them, and I could have easily, because I'm used to sizing up, I could have easily gotten my normal size, which like my true to size, which is 2X. I love Penningtons, especially if you want like cute designs. They're where it's at. They have like some of the cutest designs when it comes to like plus size lingerie. NYX, I love NYX. I will wear NYX leak proof underwear until the day I die, even when it's not my period. I love their products so much. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just kind of like toning down the bronzer. I also really like this Amazon brand called Weararpa, I think it is, for their cotton underwear. They're super high-waisted. If you like high-waisted, I wear those a lot. I also have a few really go-to like strapless bras that I get off Amazon too, and they're like 40 bucks. Quality-wise, they're so-so, but for what you're paying, they're not bad, and they work well to hold you up when you're bigger chested. Okay, the only thing I haven't done is lips. I don't have any lip products. Let me see if I can find a lip product. A food that is popular that you don't like. I don't love like burgers. I'll eat a burger. I don't hate them, but I'm never like, I'm in the mood for a cheeseburger. Like Andrew, that's his food. He's like, oh, I love a good cheeseburger. I'm just like, it's fine. The only cheeseburger that I'm like, wow, that is such a good cheeseburger is the little itty bitty like cheeseburgers you get from McDonald's. I love their cheeseburgers. And I think it's because they're like super tiny, which I don't know, they just like, it's not too much meat, super thin. The onions, the pickles, so good. That's about it. How did you pick your kids' names? Theo was easy. Andrew and I decided like when I was 6 months pregnant, I'm pretty sure, and we were just like, yeah, Theo. I think we both said, he said Leo, and he's like, Theo's kind of like Leo, and I was like, oh, that's nice. But we didn't like Theodore, so we just did Theo. And then just made that decision. Marlo, I think it was Hillary Duff. I heard the name from Hillary Duff. A friend of hers or a sibling had a daughter or something named Marlo. And I remember her saying it. I was like, oh, that's a good name. And I remember like putting it in my back pocket. And then when I was pregnant with Marlo, we found out she was a girl. And then I was like, hey, what do you think of Marlo? Andrew's like, I'm not sure. Like he was really on the fence and we were really unsure about it. I became unsure about it. We were both unsure about it. And then when I gave birth, we kind of went back and forth with a few other names, and then we came back to Marlo, and I was like, I really do like that name, but I was so like, I just don't know if she looks like a Marlo. Like it was so hard for me. She was nameless for 48 hours. I think we were so unsure. And then we decided on Marlo, and she's a Marlo. Like, I think that's the biggest tip I think I would give when it comes to naming your kids. Don't worry about them not looking like the name, because truthfully, they don't when they're fresh born. They look like baby, squishy baby. To use the Revlon Super Lustrous Shine lipsticks. I'm obsessed. This is another recent like makeup find that I bought like 6 of these. We're using 007 Glazed Mauve. I am obsessed with these lipsticks. They're like a lipstick with a built-in gloss. The only shade that I don't wear that much is the Black Cherry because it's so dark and I just don't know if I can pull it off. But all the other shades I wear like every day. Stop, it looks so good. I'm so pleased with how my makeup turned out, guys. Holy guacamole. Now I gotta fix my hair. What do you think? This was probably the win. Actually, you know what? These were both such a win. I would highly recommend both of them. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more questions. Is your hair naturally red? Love the color. If you dyed it, how do you maintain the color? So it is not naturally red. It's naturally like dark brown, almost black. I use L'Oreal High Color at home. I dye it myself, and I use any of the reds. Like I mix them up sometimes. Right now it's H8 and H9 mixed together. I really like their coppers. I've done their purpley reds. Honestly, just that line in general is so good. And I mix it with 30 volume developer, which I know some people would be like, that's too high. It's because my roots are so dark and it just won't lift. But obviously do your research and do what's best for your hair. I'm not saying to go buy 30 volume developer and then put it on your hair if you're not sure. And then how do I keep up with it? So I use Color Safe shampoo. I also use like a color sealant every time I put conditioner on for the first like few times after dyeing it. And I rinse with cooler water, and I only wash my hair like twice a week. Sometimes more if I need it, but usually like twice a week is average to try and hold my color as long as I can. Do you drink coffee? I don't. I don't drink straight coffee, but I like cappuccinos. I'll have a latte every once in a while, a frappuccino, just not like plain straight black coffee. Let's have a KW area meetup. I would love to. That sounds like so much fun. I was actually, so my friend Sarah was originally going to be coming to the area this past summer. That got postponed. We were gonna do like a meetup together with everybody, and it didn't work out. But I do want to do one for sure. Do you plan on more children? You're truly a rock star parent. I am like, I don't consider myself to be like a super mom at all. I like, some days I feel like I'm barely hanging on by a thread. Parenting is hard. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do. But yeah, no more children. I'm so happy with my 2. They keep me going. They give me a run for my money, but no, 2 is perfect. How old are your children? Theo is, remember how I said 2? Now I'm like just banging these off. Okay, 2 more because they're at the very end. How old are your children? 2 and 5, almost 6. And have you ever visited Montreal? I have, but only when I was really little. So I think it was like 12. I would love to go back. And I think that is on my list of places to see/visit. Oh, I was gonna do freckles. Let's do some freckles because I feel like I haven't done them on like camera, like a full tutorial of how I do them. Leave that bone inside, Reese. Okay. So this is just like a stampy sponge thing with product, and then you take this stamper and then you like gently, just so gently, go like this, this. like that. So, oh, there's a lot more than I thought it would be. Let's see, that's okay. One here that's like super intense. It's just settled. Pretty. Okay, now that I have them on, what I like to do is once they've like kind of settled a little bit, I'll take my highlight brush and just kind of like, I don't add any more product to my brush. I just kind of like settle them down a little bit. Oh, so darling. So easy. This makes like a world of difference. I have linked that on my Amazon storefront if you wanted to give it a try. Thank you so much for all the amazing questions, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.